Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Envoy with me, Bring It Dawn. Let's travel to the meeting spot. The meeting spot. They kept pointing fingers at each other, looking for the greatest evil among them, oblivious to the real threat, lurking right outside their vision.
Thank you all for coming. I'm overjoyed to see that despite your differences, you were able to gather here united by a common purpose. I wish to facilitate the peace talks you've organized here, but in order for you to understand, I must first explain what me and my companions have witnessed. First, I should introduce myself properly. I am the Oracle, though you may know me by different names. I was here when the humans first appeared on John and came back to save this world from the threat of the Organte festering in the very cradle of humanity. It will be a long story, but one that you must hear to understand the gravity of the situation. And so it is time for you to act, before that threat grows beyond our power to stop it.
Well, I'll be. The Oracle is back. These sure are strange times we're living. Guess it makes sense she was the one to save our hides again. But to think, she's been so close all this time. Sadly, everything she told you here is true. Though, I say it with a heavy heart. Our capital has fallen to the forces of destruction. Our own people are fighting for their lives as we speak. We've all been lied to. But we can see our enemy clearly now. I know that we have a lot to answer for, but right now, we have to join forces in this hour of need.
So now you're using our own legends as a ruse? Do you really expect us to believe that the Lady of Justice is back and stands with the aggressors, not us? On the word of some mere mercenaries. Our enemies never cease to disappoint. I don't know what your angle is, but we're not going to wait around for you to stab us in the back. Your cheap tricks do not impress us humans.
Still bickering in the face of doom, I see. We believe you, Grand Arbiter. It's hardly a surprise. We've had our own suspicions for a long time now. Yet seeing that the two dominant powers can't come to an understanding, we must make sure our business is taken care of before we can declare any affiliation. I'm sure you understand.
Thank you for voicing your opinions and concerns. As much as it pains me to return to a world divided, I still believe there is time to mend those ripples and unite against the true foe. I'll let you return to your camps now. Take a moment to consider what you've heard here. We'll resume the meeting soon.
Heck yeah, Joe Manna.
Hold on. We'd like to have a say in this as well.
Who let these brutes in here?
We let ourselves in, thank you very much. You're not half as secretive as you think.
This is an outrage. The Blue Hand has no place among us. They can't be trusted. Not long ago, they've been working with the very enemy we're now hoping to defeat.
Yes, we've been tricked by the same devil that has played you for fools. All of you. But while you're here scheming and blabbering, we're offering to join the fight. It's time you stop disrespecting us.
That's it. This is where we draw the line. We will not be insulted by their presence here. Oracle or not, we're not going to work side by side with these savages.
Well, he just said he's not going to pick a side until they've taken care of their business, so I don't think they're going to join us anyway. I'm going to ally with the Blue Hand. Because Joe Manna still showed up. He kept his word so far. The Merchants Guild is questionable at best. So ally with the blue hand.
Your unwillingness to set apart differences in these circumstances shows just how reliable allies you would make, Merchant Lord. We gathered here to plan our offensive against the greatest enemy this world has ever faced, and for this, we'll need all the help we can get. If you back out now, the people who survive this ordeal will forever remember you as cowards and opportunists. Is that what you want?
I don't care what they'll think. Their slander means nothing as long as they need us. And we're going to make sure they do by not wasting our resources on this fool's errand. Good luck, Oracle. We'll take good care of whatever's left of this world once this is done. Let's get out of here. We've wasted enough of our time.
And he walks
That
briskly
was
away.
Something.
I see now that in my absence, the people of John have truly drifted apart. Come, let us speak to their representatives once more before the gathering resumes.
There are some new faces around here. Who do we need to convince?
The Empire is represented by General Adelias, the man in charge of leading their offensive. The League nobles have appointed a herald to decide on matters concerning their united army. As for the Blue Hand, I'm sure you remember their leader, Joe Manna.
Joe Manna from the top rope. Alright, let's talk to Tet.
Looks like all the pieces are starting to come together. I'm impressed.
Thank you, Tet.
It's an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Likewise, Tet. Although I believe you've realized by now that it is not our first meeting.
Wait, what?
I suspected as much. It's peculiar. Seeing you whole again fills me with a sense of accomplishment. I think I remember now. And yet, although I feel like I have all the pieces of the puzzle, I still can't figure out my purpose. It's illogical, is it not?
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish I could give you the answer you seek, but I'm afraid it may not exist.
Some context would be nice, you two.
I apologize, Malachi. Do you think we could schedule one more stop before we depart to face off against certain doom? I feel the need to return to the place I came from, just for a few moments. I promise to explain once we get there. Would that be acceptable?
I gotta say, I'm getting a little tired of all this secrecy lately. But I'll see what we can do, all right?
Your assurance is sufficient. Thank you.
This area is pretty large. I don't know why it is.
Sure.
Well, I don't think we actually have to convince Joe Manna, because he's as reliable as they come. Or General Adelias.
Gotcha.
The League we may have scuffed because we didn't bring Nona back with us. We're also allied against them, though. A robot. The Empire brought a significant amount of tech to the peace talks. Are they this scared?
Greetings, General Adelias. Were you able to reach a decision?
You grace us with your presence, Oracle. It's no wonder your companions have been such trustworthy allies. My men tell me you were instrumental in stopping the League from unleashing a deadly plague on us all. In the end, if not for you, we wouldn't have found out about any of this. You trusted us with this information. We won't fail this trust now. I see no other choice for the Empire but to follow you wherever you lead us, Oracle. We'll join you in battle, my lady, and then we'll retake our capital.
Sure.
We could teleport
Let's get
back,
going.
but might be faster just to walk this way.
Sure, why not?
Just a little walk.
Hey, good old Joe Manna. I remember when he was in Hell in a Cell. Oh.
Sure.
Let's not keep going that way yet. Hey, merchants! A tier 3 shockwave hammer. Oh, let's go ahead and buy these. And sell these. Oh, not those. Don't really need that, but got some money somewhere.
Jomana, what a surprise. Good to see you in good shape, putting your troops to a noble cause.
I've been doing great since your intervention. Thank you. My people are eager to fight whatever's connected to that motherfucker you got out of me. It's an honor.
We are counting on you. This is a chance to redeem yourself in the eyes of the world.
Damn right.
Yeah, great to see you that you're in good shape.
Sure.
The dude is yoked. He's always in great shape. Now we have to convince the haughty elves. Wonder if we have a chance to actually convince them, like if there's a quest we do for them. Or if we just don't get them as allies.
Sounds interesting.
Magic. The magic of the forest seems to concentrate around the League's encampment. Are they preparing for the worst?
Sounds interesting.
Greetings, noble emissaries of the League. Have you made up your mind about joining our cause?
Don't waste your breath. I don't care what you're scheming. You've proven well enough that you're enemies of the League. And to think you'd just walk straight into our camp. At least it saves us the hassle of going after you ourselves.
Do I need to remind you that we're meeting here under a truce?
Honor means nothing to our enemies, so why should it bother us? We'll make sure none of the Empire lackeys leave this place alive. Beginning with you. Soldiers, let them taste our steel.
Enough! You swore an oath coming here, and yet you dare to draw your weapons on me?
The air it was spoken on is worth more than your pointless oath. The Empire deserves nothing, not even our mercy.
Even in the face of evil that threatens us all, you are unable to look past your hatred. Leave this place at once and don't return. You've clearly proven that you can't be trusted.
I think that's everyone. For a diplomatic endeavor, that was way more taxing than I anticipated.
Once we are ready, we should catch up with our group. They deserve to know all the details before we proceed.
Slapped her in the face with a light orb. Like that's the equivalent of shaking a can of pennies at a dog you're training. Never done that myself, but I've heard that it works. Now we have a little bit right there to map out. Alright. Oh, Benedict wants to talk. Well, I guess all the companions.
I am still beyond impressed with what you've managed to achieve here.
50% success
I didn't think I'd
rate.
live long enough to see the Empire and the League even consider holding peace negotiations.
You are changing the tides of history now, kiddos. And I hope that you remember I'm here for you if you need me.
This wouldn't be possible without you.
We managed to form a strong, formidable army thanks to our diplomacy and choices we made along the way. I never doubted our strength nor our reason.
So, what now, Oracle?
I've prepared the maps and orders to be passed on to our allies. The Chained One is bound to a place called the Dark Boar, and that's where we'll draw his hordes into battle.
Great. Let's be off then.
No, we will not be joining them. As our allies draw the attention of our enemy, we shall strike at the Claw's hideout.
Is this really a good time to split our forces? Shouldn't we focus on binding the Chained One?
That's precisely why we'll assault the fortress of the Claw. There's a hidden pathway in there that will take us straight to the Organte's prison.
What? Why? How do you even know so much about this fortress?
I was there many times in the past, after I founded the Claw.
Pardon?
The Claw's purpose was to guard the Organte and prevent its escape. Unfortunately, they couldn't withstand the pull of chaos once I was gone.
That changes nothing. What matters now is that they are a threat, and they must be eradicated.
Correct. We will cut the Claw's leader down, and once our enemies are headless and confused, we will take care of the Chained One.
Sounds simple enough.
Seriously, Cestia. We're off to defeat the leader of a doomsday cult and slip into the prison of a world-eating alien through the kitchen door. Not a single part of this plan sounds simple.
We can do this. I believe in you people. More than I ever believed in anything else.
It will take our allies some time to organize, regroup, and reach the Dark Boar. In the meantime, we should make sure we're well prepared and focused on our goal. If you have any other matters to attend to, now is the time. Once we reach the Claw Fortress, there will be no coming back. Not until it's over.
Alright, let's rock and roll. Got Tet's quest up that way, and no side quests as far as I can tell. No. Alright, am I blind? Where is... Oh, here it is. Alright, Mysterious Ruin. Who are we? Where do we come from? What is our purpose here? Are we but playthings in the hands of beings too powerful to comprehend? Oh man, we're getting existential.
So this is where you awoke after all these years. I guess it shouldn't surprise me that you returned here.
I can remember it clearly now. It's my birthplace, is it not?
Yes, though it doesn't look like much after centuries of ruination. This is the facility where I used a fraction of my consciousness to bring you to life, Tet.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
I wasn't sure if I should interfere. It pained me to see Tet struggle with his identity, but it seemed like he found a place for himself against all odds.
It's logical. Seeking my purpose is what drove me to assist you in the Oracle's reassembly. I didn't need this information to operate correctly.
Tet, are you sure you're all right? Learning all this must be difficult.
Quite the contrary. It finally begins to make sense. Come now. We still have some way to go before we reach the main chamber.
Be careful. The revenants here won't recognize my body's signature. They'll try to stop us.
Their attempts will be futile. I'll make sure of it.
I feel like we made the right choice by siding with the Empire because we got Tet,
going.
who's tied to the Oracle. I guess it's possible that the companion you get with the League is also tied to the Oracle.
Sure.
There they are. Let's get going.
There's no avoiding this fight.
Hostiles.
Sure, why not? Or danger ahead. Changing position.
Okay, like get a little closer, please, and we'll just do that. But also hit this trap. It should melt them fairly quickly. Oh, I thought that was Benedict. I was like, no! If he went down that fast, we're in trouble. I might be in trouble anyway.
Orders.
No, we're fine.
Repositioning.
Just stand still.
Yeah, because there's no way they take out Benedict. Also, I have this if push comes to shove. I do keep forgetting that I have these two things. They have only used a shelter in the trials. Let's go grab this teleporter, then I'm gonna go this way. I think that's a dead end. In case it's not, I want that waypoint.
Right.
Just a little walk.
So I'll probably do some crafting before we go to the, I guess, final dungeon?
Onward.
Final quest mission. Gonna get Tet, all tier 3 equipment. We should have enough soul cores for it now.
Gotcha. So, how much do you remember from your previous life, now that the Oracle is back?
Do you mean the time before my reactivation? My memory is slowly coming back, but I'm afraid it's still lacking vital information.
Would you to ask me any questions?
Later. I need some time to process all of it.
On your command.
Oh, I don't want to stand in that.
Nothing's fun without risk.
There's no avoiding this fight.
On it.
Sure.
Let's get going.
We don't have all day.
If you say so.
That was a little overkill for that one guy.
Gotcha.
But you never know which enemies can one-shot your back line, so
Right.
it's better to one-shot them first.
Sure.
Yeah, like that.
On your mark.
What's the plan?
What now?
Speak. Orders?
I've got this one.
Ah, yes. I remember this chamber. This is where it all began.
You mean this is where you began?
Precisely. And this is where I will end.
Come again?
I've served my purpose, Malachi. I can finally deactivate, knowing that my work is done. This place seems to be a fitting end to my journey.
Hold on. We came all this way so you could... die?
I wouldn't put it that way. I don't think I'm truly capable of dying. But yes, my body no longer needs to function.
But why? You've always shied away from taking risks. Why would you willingly turn yourself off now?
That was before I fulfilled my goal. I was created to help you in your quest. I awoke to gather the Oracle's pieces and bring her back to Jean. It is done now, and I no longer need to fear for my safety. Isn't that right, Oracle?
I'm afraid it's not so simple. When I remained on John as the Chained One's keeper, I created you in a moment of weakness. Not as a servant, but as a companion. I hoped you would help me safeguard the Organte, but the truth is, you were never bound by any obligation. You are free to make your own choices, Tet. Always have been. The path that led you here was of your own making.
Tet? Is everything all right?
I've just learned that my existence is meaningless. I believe you could call me distraught.
Hey, that's not true. You're one of us now. So, why don't you stick around and help us stop the Chain One? I'd say that's a pretty good purpose.
This condition is acceptable. I will postpone my deactivation until the world is safe. Thank you for coming here with me today. It's good to finally have something to look forward to.
You sure about this deactivation business? It'll be weird not having you around.
I doubt it would be weirder than having an animated sentient construct in your crew.
You know what I mean. Just think about it, all right?
I will, provided we survive that long.
Only 1,200 experience, but we got a hat. The sharpshooter's hat is not enchanted yet. Tenacity plus 7%, armor penetration plus 10, resistance penetration plus 10%, weapon damage plus 4, and weapon range plus 2 meters. Or just, it just says 2 meters, so it might actually be a nerf. Yeah, that's much better.
Sure, why not?
I was hoping he'd get a hat, but there was a chance he got a rifle, I suppose. But when you get him, the most iconic part of him is his outfit, the sharpshooter outfit, which you can't craft.
We don't have all day.
Would have been pretty cool if you got a full sharpshooter set for his quest.
Sure.
I guess we have a job to do.
What? Oh.
Yes.
Right.
Let's get going.
I'm afraid our summons are gonna trigger another fight. They're also mapping out the area for us, which is not... I mean, it's fine. If I was using the Fog of War to dictate where I was going next, that'd be a little bothersome.
If you say so.
Just a little walk.
We don't have all day.
I see you.
He's doing fine by himself.
Roger. On it.
Sure, why not?
We'll know we're in trouble if Benedict ever goes down.
We don't have all day. Look out.
I'm not really sure what the purpose of these traps are, besides experience and possible loot, because you have to get really close to them to activate them. I guess you could say the same thing for bear traps. I do walk into them all the time.
Sounds interesting.
But the spider ambushes show up on the map.
Gotcha.
We don't have all.
So, Ted, what are your plans when we're done with all this saving the world business?
I have none, really. Although, it may change after today.
Must you always be so cryptic?
I wouldn't want to mislead you with unconfirmed information.
You asked for this.
Oh. That's right, I turned that off. Uh-oh.
Don't come any closer.
I'll try to put Benedict to the test. Oh wait, Alakai's still alive. I swore I heard two go down.
Time for plan B? Oh yeah? All right, we'll do it the hard way.
On your command.
Well, we tried. I still had that available, but I really wasn't worried about Benedict going down, so. Alright, where do I grab this at?
Let's get going.
There it is.
Onward.
Definitely not worth all that trouble, but not gonna leave it behind.
Sure. Right away. Sure.
Look out.
Alright, that's it. I'm gonna call it here, and next time we will go to the Claw Fortress and take care of the Argante. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.